Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be filming a full face of e.l.f., which I haven't done in years. The last time I filmed a full face of e.l.f., the whole brand looked entirely different. I feel like over the past few years they've created such incredible products. They were always good, but like now they have amazing stuff. And I know you guys love e.l.f. and I really love their products, so I wanted to do a full face. I love doing a full face or like a one brand tutorial every once in a while because I love to see what the brand is capable of. And I think e.l.f. is an extra fun one because it's so affordable. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to start off with primer. I'm wanting to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with niacinamide. I also do have the original Power Grip Primer, but I've been trying out the niacinamide one. I don't know. They're very similar in my opinion, but I just like the idea of having niacinamide in the primer. So I'm going to focus this on the T-zone because we're going to use another product on the sides of the face. It feels really cooling as you put this on, and it definitely has like a nice grip, which really helps makeup to last all day. Okay, so as that's sinking into the skin, I'm then going to go into my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is in the shade 1 Fair, and I'm going to focus this product on the outside of the face just for a bit of glow. And I'm just going to blend that out all over with a brush. I love this product especially. So much of what e.l.f. does now is I feel like they dupe really popular products. And this product is like a very good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Next, I'm going to go into my e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I really love this. Mine is in the shade Fair 120N. A little goes a long way with this product. So I'm just going to put a bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take that same brush that I just used, and I'm going to start to apply this all over the face. I feel like this shade is such a good match for me. This is like one of the only foundations from e.l.f. that I've tried. A lot of you guys have told me to try one of their other foundations, and I can't remember which one. Maybe you can remind me in the comments because I feel like I've seen a lot of you say to try out one of e.l.f.'s foundations, and it's not this one because obviously I've tried this one before. But a lot of you guys like one of their other ones, and I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Okay, I'm just going to take a sponge and press that into the skin really well. Next, I'm going to take one of my favorite products from e.l.f., and I know you guys love this too, the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one is in the shade Light Ivory. I usually use the shade Fair Beige, but I couldn't find it. But I still feel like this one will work just fine. I really prefer the hydrating version of this concealer versus the original. It's just so good, and I feel like it's not too hydrating to where it slips around. Like, it still has really great staying power and really great coverage, but it's not quite as drying as the other one. So I find myself reaching for this one a lot more than the original Camo CC cream. And I feel like you guys are the same, or at least most of you really like the hydrating one. I could be wrong. I mean, I've heard you guys recommend both formulas to me, but the hydrating one seems to be what works best for most people, if I'm not mistaken. All right, next I'm going to take a little bit of the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and this is in the shade Tan Lines. I'm going to start to create a little bit of warmth around the face using this. And then after I have a bit of warmth all over the face, I really did want to go into the e.l.f. Halo Beauty Wand. This is the contour one in the shade Fair Light. This has a pretty cool undertone to it, so I'm just going to use this on the areas that I want to mimic like the shadows. So along my jawline, right underneath the cheekbones, and let's do a little bit on the sides of the nose as well. And maybe right here to kind of give the eyes a bit of a lift. And then I'm going to take that same brush and just buff over everything. I feel like that looks really nice. Before I go into powder, I am going to use this Halo Glow Beauty Wand. This is the blush wand, and it's in the shade Rosé You Slay. I'm going to use this as kind of like a cream blush underneath another blush that I'm going to apply later. So I don't have to be like too precise about this because I am going to kind of cover it up with a bit of powder later. So I'm just kind of buffing that out with a brush. And we'll do the same thing on this side. I did a whole video, by the way, recently comparing these to the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Wands, which is what they dupe. So if you want to see how they compare directly to each other, I will have that video down below. Okay, after I've got that all over, I do always like to blend out blush or cream blush with my sponge. So I'm going to take that and just kind of press around the edges. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite products from e.l.f. in general. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I love this stuff. It leaves the skin so beautifully glowy. So I'm going to take a bit of that And I'm just gonna set the under eyes and the T-zone with this to start. And then I'm kind of taking a little bit of the powder and going along the jawline a bit. But I kind of like how it looks to have the sides of the face unpowdered so that there's just a little bit more of a fresh look. And then I'm going back in with my sponge to just make sure that's all pressed in and that there's no like extra powder sitting on top of the skin. I'm gonna fill in the brows now using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And this is in the shade Natural Brown. It's been so long since I've used this pencil, but it actually made the brows look really nice. It has a little bit more of like a waxy formula, which is usually something that I don't gravitate toward, but honestly, it looks really nice. And I like the color of it as well. We're gonna jump to eyeshadow, and this is one of e.l.f.'s best products, I feel, these bite-sized eyeshadows. And I'm gonna use the shade Rosewater, starting off with the matte shade in the center. I'm just gonna kind of create a little bit of dimension using that color, starting in the crease and then moving up toward the brow. And then I'm pinching the brush and going underneath the lower lash line with that as well. Same thing to the other eye and then along the lower lash line. I'm gonna take the deepest color in the palette, which is like a nice brownish plum. I just tapped off the extra and I'm gonna start to kind of create a bit of dimension and definition on the outer edge of the top lid. I'm pinching that brush and putting just whatever's left on that very outer edge of the lower lash line just to kind of connect the two. Now I'm gonna take the lightest kind of metallic shade in the palette on my fingertip and apply that to the inner portion of the lid, stopping about halfway across. And then to make things a little bit more magical, I wanted to take the e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow in the shade Pinky Swear. I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. That's just how I like to apply these. And then I'll pick that up on my finger and then just tap it across the lid for some extra glamour, which I love. I love glitter on the eyes, you guys know. Okay, I'm actually gonna take a little bit more of that liquid glitter shadow, and I'm using the applicator directly this time to just add a bit of glitter along the lower lash line. I just think this would be so pretty with this look. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna pop on some mascara. This is actually a newer mascara from e.l.f. I've only used it once, but I wanted to try it again. The e.l.f. Lash and Roll. And this is supposed to be a dupe for the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. So let's go ahead and pop this on the top and bottom lashes. Okay, I'm now gonna add a little bit of powder blush. I love this blush from e.l.f. This is the Primer Infused Blush, I believe it's called, in the shade Always Cheeky. And it's more of a matte formula. Well, it is a matte formula, so I'm just gonna kind of pop that on top of the Glow Wand, just for a little more color. And then I'm going to apply some highlighter using the Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade Champagne Campaign. And I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand to start. Whoops, I kind of got way too much product out. Whoopsies. And I'm gonna take that on my sponge and then just kind of tap it onto the high points of the face for a gorgeous little glow. We'll take this down the center of the face too. And then I realized I don't have an e.l.f. lip liner. I totally thought that I would, but I don't. But I always feel like I need a lip liner, so I'm just gonna put on a tiny bit with NYX Natural. Wait, let me wipe off what's on the lips first. And then I'm gonna put on this lipstick. This is one of the new lipsticks from e.l.f. It's in the shade Dirty Talk. It's just a really nice, everyday kind of pinky nude. So I'm just going to apply that right on top and then just press it into the lips with my finger. All right, let's assess the situation really quick. I'm gonna use what's left on the bronzer brush, which I used with the putty bronzer. Just kind of press a little bit more of that onto the forehead. And I feel like everything else looks good. I like the level of blush that we have going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the face with this right here. This is from e.l.f. as well, obviously. It's the Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. And then just spritz the whole face with this. I love how this smells. And then I'm just gonna take a sponge and kind of press that down into the skin. And then I'm gonna set the brows. Well, actually, hold on. I'm just gonna take what's left on my powder brush and kind of repowder the very center of the face. And then I'm gonna set the brows with, I think this is an old product. I don't know if you can get this anymore. It's the Hair and Brow Pomade from the Jen Atkin collab with e.l.f. from a while back. I know e.l.f. does do like the brow lift, which I've used, and I feel like I need to rebuy this because mine's really cloudy and it just doesn't hold. So I'm wondering if I got a faulty one because I know so many people really, really love how that holds the brows, and it just doesn't hold the brows for me. So I'm gonna have to rebuy it and see if I can find one that's not a cloudy color, because I think it's supposed to be clear if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just gonna kind of set the brows with this. And I think that's it, you guys. There you have it. There's the full face of e.l.f. I really love how everything turned out. Everything is very fresh and glowy actually, which is kind of fun to see with all these products. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all these things on my face. I feel like the standout products are definitely like the glittery eye toppers. I love these lipsticks. And I'm also really into the contour wand right now. I just feel like it's the perfect cool tone that's not too gray, but it like really chisels out the cheeks and like is the perfect color for nose contour and stuff like this. At least for me, the Fair to Light shade, but it comes in lots of shades. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it's so fun to see how an entire brand looks on the face. I know you guys love e.l.f. so much, and I would love to hear what your favorite e.l.f. product is down below in the comments. And if there's something that I didn't try today that you think I need to, please let me know down below, because I would love to do, you know, another video using e.l.f. products, trying some things that I haven't used before. So let me know in the comments. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, click on the notification bell and you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. That's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my full face of e.l.f. I'll have a few other full face or one brand tutorials in the description box if you want to see more. But yeah, I hope you guys like this look as much as I do, and I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!